Hey, it took me a second here, but welcome to the show. Got a first couple of minutes here, and I was not making any noise. Uh, all right, here we go. All right, all right, we're good. Welcome again to the channel. I was saying all that stuff. Let me tell you what I was saying so that you guys understand. I didn't realize my microphone was off. Bummer, my fault. Anyways, welcome to the channel. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, hit that notification button, give me a comment, let me know what you think. If you want to see something built on the channel, let me know. If you're looking for a video you can't find, let me know. You can also, if you are a part of Facebook and you have any problems, you can contact Samuel Stokes and he can help you out. He is our administrator for plastic addictions as well as the Model Asylum. And you can also contact Paul Lovelace through PMs, either that or you can comment through either group. And Paul is our co-founder. I'm the founder. I'm Joe, and this is my show. I try to do as often as I can. I was doing every day at 10 a.m., but with the holidays and everything, it's a little harder. We will go back to normal after the first of the year. Every show will be at 10 a.m., and then I'll try to do a weekend show, and I'll take one day off. So we basically do six shows, six shows a week during regular times. We do Monday through Friday, and Sunday on the Model Asylum. Um, Most of the time, we will be going through Facebook and YouTube. You can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Slide, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I think there's like 5 or 6 different platforms. If you need any information, you'll have to PM me or give us an email at plasticiddictionsanonymous2021@gmail.com. You guys can find that email address and get stuff directly to me if you have any comments directly to me or anything about the Plastic Addictions group on YouTube or Facebook for that matter. I will be using that as also my Facebook, excuse me, my Facebook email contact. So if you guys need anything from there, you can contact me there as well from Facebook. Either that to the Model Asylum. You can contact me through Model Asylum or PMs through there. Let's see what else. Upcoming events. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. We have the unboxing of the uh, of the Mobius, and it is the Pro Star, International Pro Star. It is a 125 scale. It is a beautiful kit. We still have an unboxing to do on that, as well as we have several other builds we got coming up. We have the Atlantis stake truck coming up, as well as the Revell Jeep Rubicon, as well as the Kenworth W925 tractor scratch/bash build. We got that coming up as well. And we also have a scratch build slash, again, smash build of the white Freightliner. I'm not sure what we're doing. I'm going to be finishing the Diamond Rio logging tow truck soon, and also we'll be finishing up the 40 Ford Coupe. For those of you who haven't been watching close, we did a tank as well. We did the M41 Bulldog, which was a very cool build. I had several people helping us. Dave O'Hare, Sarge, thank you guys very much for that assistance and help. You guys were great. Also, we did the 32 Gangbusters from MPC recently. Guys can go check those videos out on the channel as well as excuse me, several other builds that you may have missed. Please go to the YouTube channel, look at the icons, and they should pretty much tell you exactly what's where and why. All right, guys, we are working on number 14. Again, I fixed my chassis problem. My chassis problem was I didn't realize, I guess, I'm not used to having 2-part chassis. Most AMT and all the other rigs, basic rigs, non-import, are 1-piece chassis. This had 2 pieces, so I was missing one of two, both sides of this. So, but now that we have that all together, we have the proper size. It's nice and straight. We actually have the support mechanism inside. I have to put these back on, so I have to go back to the beginning of the instructions to put them back on because I moved them. We have the sheets ready. Let's see where they're going to tell me this goes. Okay. All right, so it appears to be that it goes into those. So I also had those in the wrong place. So let me give this a little bit of a cleaning, and we'll start our build. See who comes in. And let me let Rob know I'm live. I'll go ahead and PM him. And let's see, Mr. Shoe Grew. There he is. I am live. I'm on, bro. Just so you know, and let's see, let's go to Tony. Tony said he wanted me to tell him as well. So let's see, where is Mr. Tony? Dang, brother, I can find you every morning, but for some reason I can't find you at night. What is up with that? There's Miss Candy. And I know you're right here, dang it. I talk to you every morning now. Well, evidently I can't find you. Tony, I did send you a PM a little while ago, though, brother. So I hope you saw it. And if you can come on in, come on in. Paul will be doing a room later, like I said, on the Model Asylum. So if you want to check that out, please go give him some love and show him. You guys saw this. Let him know you guys saw this on the video that I told you guys to go visit and hang out with him. I am going to go ahead and continue as we go. Hey, Keith. What's up, Mr. Keith? How you doing, Jeff? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What are you hunting about? Oh man, God. Ah, this ain't even a little piece that I'm already dropping it. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, the first 3 minutes of the video you guys are gonna see didn't have any sound. I was working on the talking up a storm, man, and then I looked up and realized that I had my microphone off because Mama and I were talking, so I didn't want to have my microphone before she left. I wanted to make sure everything was off. And I did, and I forgot to turn it on. Of course I did. Everybody knows me. My memory is for Crapozoid. Can you hear me, Jeff? Are you working tonight, my friend? So maybe you can't hear me. Well, welcome anyways, brother, if you can hear me. I don't think I froze up or nothing, did I? Nope. Okay, let me go here. And oops. Oh, wow. Watch me. Oh, my goodness. See, there we go. Oops. All right, did you see my post, Jeff? My oopses? I couldn't believe I did that, man. You have no idea how embarrassed I was at the first. Hey, Jeff, I appreciate that. Hi. You probably are if you're up there in that cage. Pretty high, that is. I understand, brother. If you're working, man. I appreciate that. And I do appreciate, you know me, I appreciate you coming in and saying hi to me, man. If you can't stay because you're working, man, I don't hold no grudges. I ain't worried about that. You go work, man. I'll be around for a while. You can always check it out later and make comments then. Not a problem. All right, so now that does not look straight. There we go. Why does one look like it's forward, one look like it's backwards? Okay, it looks like the same to me on this side and that side. Okay. Well, did you see my post from PAA about my screw up here? I couldn't believe I did that, man. I am so glad I texted Sam. Holy cow. Like I said, I was about ready to build it just as a shorty or put it away underneath the dang parts box because it was frustrating the crap out of me. Okay, so we got those on. Now we can go right back from all the way back over to 14, which is there. Radiator. I've already built it as well. So I want to put that in. So we got the radiator here. We've already got that built. Goes up, that goes lower, and it goes into... I'm not going to put the engine in yet or the fan blade on because I do wish to paint the chassis black. Who's got a heavy bingo game to get to? Oh, Jeff, yeah. It's more like he's afraid of getting rock quarried himself. I think I'd be more worried about what I was doing with the big old machine too. All right, so now we're trying to figure out exactly where they want this to go to make it right. Hello, Mr. Robert Sugar. How are you? I am glad you're here, brother. All right, so now let me get a really close look at that. Where they're telling me to put that. Okay, so they're showing there's a pin on the bottom of this, evidently. which is so freaking small I can't see. Okay, yes, I do see it. Okay, I see it. Okay, we're good. Now I got that. Okay, so that goes here, guys. There's two little notches right there and right there. Now I know where it goes. See, I'm going to have to use my magnifying glass on every one of these stupid pieces now. You know why? Because if I don't, I'm going to miss something again. That's cool. I'm glad. I can handle it. Start all the trouble you want. You got a long way to travel to get it to me. All right, so let's drop a little bit there and a little bit there. All right, that's too much. Luckily, I got my seat covered with my crap towel. Mama gave me. All right, so when I put this one on with this, I'm supposed to put that bar on. And where did that bar go? We do not know. I thought I dropped it in there. Maybe I dropped it in the other one. Ha ha ha. See, you guys get to hear me talk and get to see all my oopses. See, I even post my oopses when I make oopses. I can't believe I screwed that up, to be honest with you. That was like a real boner thing to do. I don't think it's in there. I'm looking for a specific bag. A specific part that I did have on that I took off to redo the chassis. I literally had to pull the whole chassis apart. Oh, cool. Turn it into a Pepsi machine. I don't want to hear nothing about no Coke. I'm joking, brother. Cool, man. I'm assuming, are you doing it the new retro colors, or are you doing it the old-fashioned ones? Or the old-fashioned style logo? All right, now that's supposed to be in here, and I don't know where that went. That's going to be a problem because it's really going to annoy me. Because I know I saved it. I found it and said, you know what? You got to keep that. And I'm pretty sure I stuck it in the bags, guys. Oh, did I got it right here. All right, and I was going to play a smart ass, and I was going to go ahead and move on, leave the chassis alone for a while, and go build the cab. Well, I got all the cab pieces off, got everything set up and ready to build the cab, moved over to the instructions and flipped to the instructions. You know what they do with this import? They build the interior on a platform first, and then they surround the cab and glue the cab to the interior. That's how they do it. So I couldn't build the cab until I'm done with the interior, which means I need to get my paint here ASAP because I can't do anything I want to do. I do have my black, and I did get a can from a buddy of mine. I did get a can of primer, so I'm ready to prime everything. I'm leaving the engine how it is. I'm only going to put a little bit of a dark brown around in here, which is what I'll show you an engine one day that I did research on, and I'm kind of like mocking it up out of that. And it was a real engine that was actually on a for sale site that I had found that were selling older import rigs, and they were selling Mercedes. They're selling this exact rig actually, so and it was pretty cool. So let's see. Stephen Mount sent me a text. Oh, dude, he did a Christmas build. Cool. Okay, let me get off of that, and I will pop that down, and we will go back to here. Yeah. I've watched them. I've watched a couple of builds for trucks. Never a Mercedes, but I've watched a couple of builds for trucks. It's pretty cool. You know, they didn't have YouTube back when we were kids, when we started all this stuff up, and now they like got, you can find anything on the internet. So I did. I went and looked, and I noticed that it was pretty much all of the engines had, unless somebody had customized it, of course, pretty much had this like metal hammered metal look block, and the gray top ends, and had black belts, and had little red turbos with, kind of dirty because, it was been used and it was selling as used, and all the piping was black except for right around the rings were silver where the chrome was. But so I'm going to detail that basically to that engine, and I'm going to paint the entire chassis, radiator, and anything else that's basic chassis components, front end, rear end, drive trash, anything else that I feel needs to. I'll be painting all that black, so you guys kind of get the idea of the color scheme I'm going for. The interior, I'm thinking about doing like a graphite gray with maybe some dark brown or tan you know, accents, something like that. So, all right. So now, let me go ahead. I got the glue on that. Should be set up now for me to go ahead and use it. I found the stick. I found the piece that I needed next. So it tells me to do this first. I still can't see that dang pin. There it is. Okay, so there's that one. You got to find that exact right little pin area, or it's going to be totally off. Man, my eyes are blurry tonight, guys. Okay, there we go. Okay, I found it. All right, so now I got those two into place. There are several parts in here as well that are not used. Hey, Steven, how are you, sir? That's an awesome build, brother, man. I'm really loving that Christmas one, man. You got to post that. I may actually have to use that for theme for Friday, man, for Christmas Day. That's pretty dang cool, bro. That Christmas build is pretty dang cool, bro. I really got to tell you, that's pretty dang cool. All right, so now I got the radiator in the right spot, supposedly. Supposedly now, guys. Notice I said supposedly. You never know with me, you know. Like I said, I had to pull the whole dang chassis apart because I messed two pieces out. Oh, you're welcome, Steven. No, man, it's awesome. I call him as I see him, brother. And thanks for coming in and hanging out and checking out the show, man. You see what we're working on? We're working on the Mercedes-Benz that's on your screen. Basically, you didn't really miss a whole lot. I kind of reenacted my screw up that I posted about on PAA. This is the chassis and reference, so I was kind of showing that basically I had stopped my chassis here. Okay, I don't know if you guys should be able to see it. Okay, so basically I stopped my chassis here. Okay, and I had already put the rear end cross member into place. Now, the suspension rod, the toolbox, nor the cross member here that you see, the secondary cross member here that you see, would fit into place. So I thought Revel screwed up. You know how that goes. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better, brother. I am. So if anybody's got any questions on anything they might have missed, let me know. Like I said, you guys don't really miss anything because even if I do build on the outside and I screw up, I post it anyways, guys. Like I said, I don't hide it. You guys got to know what it takes to build one of these things, so I don't hide that kind of stuff. You know, you don't like it, but that's just the way it is. I don't hide my addiction. I take pictures of it and show everybody my screw ups and my addiction. How about that? All right, so right now I'm trying to get this cross, and they don't tell you what all these flipping parts are. They just give you the parts and tell you it goes here. They don't tell you what they're called. So I'm going to call this my cross member suspension or my cross member support bar because that's what's going to hold my front end together. Basically, is what it looks like. Give or take a couple of holy craps. So once I get this on, I'm going to go ahead and move on to, it's showing to put other pipes in, but I don't think I've even built that dang pipe yet. I really don't. So, and I'm going to have to let this set up because it's going to, so I might go step forward and build the interior. I can build the rear end. We can do 17, 18, and 19. I just can't attach it yet to 20 and do 21 with the shocks and the airbags until I'm sure that everything is where it's supposed to be and where I want it. So here we go. Let's give this a shot now. I am going to need my light, guys. Yeah, man. Like I said, I was stunned, Rob, man. I couldn't believe I did that, bro. I was like, oh my God, as many rigs as I've built here. I mean, come on, man. What do I got? 35 rigs up here, 40 rigs up here that I built in the past 2 years. I should have realized that it was just me thinking that it was a regular 1, 2, 3, and it ain't no damn way this is a regular 1, 2, 3 anything, guys. This one you guys are gonna have to really rack your brain about if you want to get it right. So that's there. That's there. Now that's what you should have. Okay. So I'm gonna have to sit this down here to keep it into place. Now it should be on either side of the tallest. There's 2 pins. There's a small one and there's a short one and a tall one. It goes in between the 2 pins, and that's where you would leave it sitting and let it dry. Now, again, I'm praying to heaven that I got this right, because this will be the second time I've put this thing in. All right, it doesn't look like the radiator's staying in for me though. Why not? Oh, because I wiped the glue off when I wiped it off. Okay, let's try this. Let's try my old trick like I did before. Yeah, no problem, bro. I'm here. I'm here for a while. I can do a little over an hour show. Nobody's here. My son's in there playing his games, and I'm out here doing my live. I did let Tony know, and I let Paul know. So, and I let Paul know that I'd be off in an hour and a half, or an hour or so, and he could do his room on TMA if he wanted to. So I think he's going to be doing that, guys. So go give him some love too if you're able to. Go say hi to him as well. All right, that seemed to drop right down where it was supposed to be this time, and into place. So just make sure that this thing stays straight. That's the thing. You don't want to get all these parts on and all of a sudden you got a twisted chassis. All right, this is my first, just so you know, Steven, this is my first European truck I've ever built. I've always built, white Freightliners or, Transtars or, anything like that. So I always try my firsts and they always try me. I got to put that back in the rear end as well. I took that out as well. I see it goes just in front of the axle and inside this compartment here that this thing has made. So I'll put that back when all this stuff dries. I am going to stick something in there that the radiator sits straight though. So that will do that. All right, so give that a few seconds to dry, guys, and we should have a full 100% chassis closed in. And our next thing is to start putting axles on. And again, I don't know if you heard me or not, Steven, but I am not painting this right now. I'm going to try to get most components, the front end, the rear end, and I'm going to go through and find out what else that goes to specifically the chassis, and then I'm going to paint the whole thing as one black. It's going to be a gloss black. Like I said, the interior is going to be kind of like a, hey kid, the interior is going to be kind of like a graphite gray with maybe some, I don't know, black or brown or red. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. But I know it's going to be graphite gray to start with, maybe even primer gray. I kind of like that gray. It's a little darker than that, so it might show up a little better. So I don't know. We'll see. But the interior is already colored. This whole kit is actually ready for you to build as it is. You do want a few paints to do certain things, like the engine colors, the red, that kind of stuff, and the browns or whatever they have. But if you wanted to build this kit just as it is molded in 3 colors, I believe it was 3 or 4 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4 colors and clear. Okay, so there's your 4th color, which is your rims and stuff. It's more of a shiny graphite gray, like kind of like what I want to do the interior is what the wheels are. Same kind of color. Hey, Paul. I hear you. I told you what I was doing. And it's all yours when I'm done. But I haven't done a show at all today, and I was able to because Mama's out at a party, and I hope she's having a good time. So I get to come over here and build. So I'm going to come pick on you in your room. Don't worry. Come cause all kinds of freaking trouble. All right, so we're done with 15. We're moving on to 16. I'm skipping 16 at the moment due to the fact of I don't think I've painted that hose. And I'm not ready to put any hoses to the engine yet. Or to the radiator. Oh, well, maybe. That one's going to go to the radiator. And so is the top one. Okay, so I'm not going to do either one of those. So I got to pull out B41 and B42 are upper radiator and lower radiator hoses. So I'm skipping those. So let's move on to the rear end. They do have a dual version of this I found out on, if you go to YouTube or, if you go to Google and you search in Mercedes-Benz, there are 5 different versions of this MP kit. Real trucks. They started out, from what I understand, with 1, then they went to 2, and each time they went up, they did something a little different, made something a little longer, made something a little better. So now they're at 5. So this is number 3. Yeah. No, I get it. Well, that's what I did. I went ahead and I did some silver on it and stuff like that. I'm just kind of, I'm going to paint the seats and everything. I'm going to paint the cab. That's for sure getting, okay. The cab on the truck is silver, gray. It looks more silver than it does gray. I think I might do white. think I might actually like it in white because I think the decals will really stick out really good in white. Now I'm going to prime it gray first. So that'll tell me if I'm going to kind of like it in that. You know what I mean? Because then I'll just go ahead and do the silver over top of the primer either way. At least I got it primed and I can do either color and get them right. So I do have the primer here. I'm ready to do that, which this will be my second vehicle ever primed in any one of my builds. That's it. Second one. So, and I also have clear coat coming for Christmas or soon after, depending on if we get it here in time, to start clear coating my kits, which I've also never done to any of my kits. None of my kits are clear coated at all. I don't use decal sol or nothing, and I've got kits that are here that are 30 years old. True, mind you, some of the parts have fallen off, but that happens even if you clear coat it. That has nothing to do with that, but my decals are still on it. My paint job still looks good, so I don't know what to tell you. And they've been through 3 different boys' rooms. My oldest is 30, my middle one's 22, and my youngest is 13. So they've been through all 3 of their rooms. I just recently, in 2 years, took them out of my 13-year-old's room because he had them in a cabinet. He was the last one with them. So I have never, I don't even recall when I was younger, when I was even airbrushing back then, if I ever did any. And they didn't have all the kinds of wild names for paints and all these paints when I was a kid either. So I don't think I ever did any clear. Yeah. Thanks, Rob. I hear you. That's okay. Okay, so that's 2. I owe you for 1. Oh, I already paid you for 1. That's 1. I got you up on 1 now. I owe you 1. It'll come when you're least expecting it. Okay, I can handle that. No, actually, most of my paint jobs came out pretty good. I was actually surprised with a couple of my paint jobs. I was really worried, just because of the type of paint it was. And I know sometimes if you don't clear them, they don't come out shiny and sweet. But I didn't clear the cement mixer, and it came out shiny as crap. It all depends on the paint you use. Again, I say. I mean, I did use a little bit more of an expensive paint on that. You know what I mean? I spent the extra $2 or $3 to get a better kind of paint, a better brand, and it came out really nice. So I guess you get what you pay for is true. So that also goes in paint. All right, so now I have this keeps wanting to go back on me when I want to get it straight. Well, you know what? I bet you can do it right here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that ought to hold it in place straight up and down. Okay, there we go. All right, I gotta look in here and make sure it's still forward and backwards or wherever it's gotta go. All right, yep, we're good. That does look like it's kind of not centered though. Hang tight. Little adjustments while it's still drying. And there we go. All right. There it is. All right, I'm gonna leave that just like that. That'll work for me. All right. That's perfectly. It's not bent. It's not warped. It's not leaning. Everything looks like it's normal. That kind of looks like it needs to come over just a hair. That's what I got to say, all y'all. All right, rear end time. So we're going to go to A rail, and it's going to be A numbers. Oh my God, here we go. Old man glasses. 49 and 50. So A rail. That is not A. This is A. So an A rail has. Okay. And there's all the chassis parts right there, so I know it's all on that. That's all. Y'all keep picking on me. I'll stop doing shows. Then Paul, you'll have to go do it all. That's it. I'll go hide. I'll go back in my model cave. I'll go whimper. Okay, so rear end. We know what we're looking for. That's the rear end. The only one on the entire build. So we know that's what we're looking for. So we're looking for that as well as number. So we're going to do the air shocks as well. So they should also be on here, which I think are here. And the canisters are here. Okay. So let's get the rear end parts out first and get them together. Knife. All right. I don't. I had my clippers out or my cutters outside, and I can't find them again now. So I'm back to using an X-Acto knife, guys, to cut stuff off. I don't know. I was working on the Christmas stuff, and I've searched the entire yard, my truck. I've searched everywhere I can think of, and I can't find them. Unless I buried them in my toolbox under tools, which could very well be. I don't know. Ooh, that's weird. They attached this to another piece. Wow. Holy cow. That's nuts. So neither one of them have. Try to cut this stub off. Okay, this stub does not belong. Damn, that's a thick one. They tied this half of freaking air tank right to the end of the drive shaft. Not drive shaft, the rear end. They attached it right to that. What a bunch of boners. Hey, Matt. Yep, another truck. Yep. I just got through doing the tank. You didn't see my tank builds? I haven't painted it or nothing yet. I'm waiting on the paints. Mama said she'd get me the Vallejo that I wanted, the military set that I wanted. So we'll be painting that eventually too. But I did a tank. Aren't you proud of me? I finally stepped out and Paul's doing weathering. So we both, in one way, shape, or another, stepped out of our comfort zones and did something different. Shoot, I've even got a bunch of tanks and everything in my tanks and airplanes, helicopters in my Amazon account. Told Mama to have one of the boys. The boys keep asking me what I want, so I told Mama to take them to Amazon and let them pick a couple of small cheap kits if they wanted to get something. So I told them they could get the military stuff. So I'll probably be getting some little military stuff for Christmas. So I'll have some more stuff to build. I probably got 30 or 40 different ones in there. All right, so now this comes off of here. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. It was really fun. Sarge was with me. Sarge helped me. Dave O'Hare helped me. If I had any problems, all I had to do was ask, and these guys were able to. So I appreciate that. I'd never done one before. It was my first ever Tamiya and my first ever tank. That's what it was. All right. Glad to hear that. That's a good thing. Okay, this little, I don't know if you, okay, this little V here, you guys see here, it's got a little hook on the bottom. It gets connected into that hole right there, guys. That hole right there is where it connects. Yeah, man, I agree fully. A lot more oopses. Works for me. Should work for you guys. I think you guys come to see if I screw up or not. Well, I really screwed up, Paul. Trust me. Last night I was about ready to put this back in the box and send it back to Revel. I'm telling you, dude. I was livid last night when I started realizing that I couldn't get anything to fit. The skirts didn't fit. I was just this side of cutting the skirts down to the size of the chassis that I had instead of trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with the chassis. I really thought that they screwed up the tooling, and I texted Sam and he told me what was going on, and I was like, oh my God, I felt so stupid. I really did. But that's nothing though. But that's the fun about models. There again, like I said, is the oopses. I know. See, that's what I'm saying, man. At least you guys know where to go to find them. And I got no problem with that. Like I said, we don't edit any of our videos whatsoever. I don't edit any of them except for maybe to stick some graphics on it or something of that nature prior to the show. But what you see in the show or what you see that I have there is what you get. If I screw something up and break something, you get to see it, but you also get to see how the heck I'm going to fix it. So that's real model building to me. I mean, going in and editing it out all your screw ups and making it look so perfect like it went together so easy for you is not my forte, guys. I want you guys to see when I drop something. I want you guys to see when I break something. I mean, because we all know that's going to happen sooner or later, and has happened. Heck, I got my oops counter right here in the house, Mr. Robert Shugrew. I haven't had any oopses today yet, though. Did I? I didn't have any oopses yet today, did I, Bob? All right. So now, just checking to make sure I see a little bit of. bit of mold line there. All right. And I'm also going to say this. If you guys do one of these European kits, I'm going to recommend you clean the crap out of whatever you feel that looks like it's just the slightest bit, little bit misshaped. Because I'm telling you, it means something. It matters. It really does. These things are like tightly fit and knit. And I think these are the ones that drove my buddy Sam to the nut house to the asylum. So, but like I said, we got plenty of great builders. So if I have any problems, I know where to run to. I run to one of our groups, and somebody will answer my question. I'm sure Sam is not the only import builder that we have. Maybe, but I don't know. Of course, there's nothing you can do about it. You have to look. I mean, even when I stop towing, man, if I see a wreck, I have to look. There's no doubt about it. I have to go look. So yeah, even if I'm not towing anymore, it's just. And my wife will be the first one to tell you that I'll be the first one out I'll be the first one out the door out of a Toyota or out of a Honda or whatever I'm driving if somebody needs me. You know, I see something I can help with, I'm the first one out the door. So it's just you just have to see what's going on if you can help. That's the way I look at it. I mean, especially when it comes to an accident. Shoot, I've pulled over with my trailer hooked up and helped somebody else with a flat tire. Just the way you do it, man. You don't leave a family on the side of the road. You don't leave a woman on the side of the road. You know, I don't have to be a tow truck driver to know that. All right, 17 is done, you gentlemen. We're moving along. All right, so now we're going to do 18, which is 45 and 46. So I know they're on the same sprue. Well, I'm pretty sure they're on the same sprue anyway. So we're looking for 45 and 46. Right on. Yeah, I know. I'm making weird noises. Bear with me. Oh, I gotta paint this shroud blue, or the radiator thing blue or yellow as well, because that's what it was on the engine that I saw. Still on A, right? Oh, nope, I'm bad. That's a C and a D. So yeah, we need C and D. So there's A. And C is going to be the one with the face on it, so I know which one that is as well. That is this one. All right. This thing came with killer wheel humps. I'm still going to talk about them. These things came with killer wheel humps. I am definitely going to trace them out onto some styrene before I put them in. It's like the most perfect shape wheel humps. I mean, for singles. And then I would just assume that, you know, you double it up. How hard could it be for that once I do it? Yeah, right. Hey, brother, appreciate you coming in, Steven. Thanks, bro. Be safe. Enjoy. Stay warm, my friend. I'll yell at you this weekend. Watch it later, man. It's cool. It's all good. All right, so we now have C. I'm going to put A over here in the box so I know where it's at. All right, so now we have C, and I know that these are the two pieces, but I don't want to pull them both off until I know exactly which one's which. Because 46 and 45 go together, but 44 and 43 also go together. So 46 and 45 is what I'm going to look for. So there's 43. There's 45. So this one's 45. We're going to pull that one off first. And I do want to do the airbags. The airbags on the truck that I saw were black with silver rings, or a hammered metal ring on it. All right, and what I say, 46. So 46 is right going to be here, right? Nope, that's not them. That's not them. That's got to be them. That says 95, though. So it's 43 and 44. And that's got to be them. But those aren't 44s. Let's see. 45, 46. So I'm looking for 46 and 44. That says 96. That's 46. 45. That's 45. Right? And that one says it's 40. There it is right there. It is those things. I thought they looked like the same. All right, so that's what half means. That's all there are. Yep, there it is right there. Okay, so 46 is the first one we need, and then 45 will go on the next one, or 46 will go on the other one. Okay, 46, and 44 goes on the next one. Hey, Sarge, how are you, sir? Glad to have you come in, pal. Thanks for coming in and checking it out. All right. Paul, I did invite Tony if you want to hit him up again, bro. That's pretty cool. I can't wait to see it. Post it up, Rob. Love to see it. All right, so now I just have to make sure that I'm putting this on the right way before I put any glue on it. Let me clean it up. Close that. There we go. All right. Has anybody talked to Dave Winter the past couple of days? I get good mornings from him when I talk to him in the mornings, but that's pretty much all I see him from the days. I know he's not been feeling good. All right, so let's see. Goes this way because that's where the two pins are, right? Right. Okay, so that can only go on one way because there's only two pins at the bottom, guys. All right, so we got that covered now. Oops. So in the beginning, for anybody who missed it, I did the upcomings and stuff like that. So for you guys that are watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, follow, or like, subscribe, share, hit that notification so that you know I'm doing and I'm when I'm on. Cool, very cool. God bless it. I keep dropping. It's like the fifth time I've dropped that thing. All right, so again, there's two pins, so it only goes on one way. So let's see, we're gonna put that one up there and that one down there, and that one on perfectly. All right, there's one. Okay, so this thing 19 goes on one side and 18 goes on the other side. So let's see. How am I gonna mark this out so I know which one's which? I got an idea. Did it say 19? So this one is 18. I'm painting it black anyway until I one. Oh man, Mama used my pen. There it is. 1, 8. There it is. There it is. 18. Okay, so there is a. There we go. All right, cool. There is a bump on the top of this, so don't cut that off when you cut stuff off, guys. That's why I had to look twice to make sure I was doing it right. Paul, you still working on your steak truck, brother? All right, this is going to be 19. And I can't believe I lost my dang cutters, man. They gotta be buried. They're probably in one of the Christmas boxes in all my luck. I'll never see them again. Cool. Okay, no problem, Rob. I'm not on Messenger at the moment. Well, it's up and running, but I'm not on it, so to speak. But I will look in a couple minutes when we're done here and PM you. I might be up pretty late tonight, so I might do after Paul's done with his room and stuff. I might come back on or do a room or something later on, guys. If anybody's interested, I'll PM you. All right. Again, this only goes on one way, guys, so there's no way to screw this one up. Even I can do it. Although I think I just screwed it up. Nah, it's just the way it's molded. All right, there we have it. A little bit of a piece there. What the hell are we talking about? As tiny as what is? Yeah, he's doing a great job. He's doing weathering on that sucker. I'm very impressed with him. I'm very happy that he did that. His ass is gonna come here in a little over a month and show me how to do it. Ah, that's upcoming event Paul and I were just talking about today. No, I kind of like. I think you're right on the money, Robert. I do, Rob. I think you're right on the freaking money, man. It's all good. It's what he gets for sniffing glue again. I do believe I put that on upside down, believe it or not. I really do. But can I get it off? No. Oh, that looks the same. I didn't do that. That's fine. It's the same. God dang it. Okay, now I got to put 19 on this one. Well, not really, because it's one other one of these, but I'm going to put 19 on it anyways. Well, bless my butthole, man. Bless my butthole. 9. All right. Got it. 1 9 and 1 8. Okay, cool. All right, so 18 and 19. Now, number 51A. Back to A, number 51. And it's just a straight run, so that should be fairly easy to find. Knowing me, it's probably not going to be, though. That ain't it. That's too big. That's got to be it right there. All right. What was it? 51, right? 51. 51. All right. And what else? Oh, wait, there's something else. There was 47C. 47C. So this was C, right? That had the engine. Yep, there they are right there. So 47C, right? 47. And that one right there is 47. You know what? I think I'm going to make my own. I'm going to use some brown. And, you know, I can give you an easier way to make rust, bro. I'm telling you, man. Instead of painting it on if you want, Rob. Go get an SOS pad from the dollar store. Drop it in water. You know, put it like, you know, an inch of water. As it sucks up the water, add more and more and more. And the more it rusts, the more you'll get. That's what this is. That's all I'm going to use for my any type of my rusting or anything. Is I'm just going to use real rust for it. That's what that is. That's real rust. Rust. I got clumps. It's powdered. You're gonna take your toys and go home. That's okay, Paul. We understand. Not. That's 47. That's 48. Okay, so cool. All right, so now number. Well, let's give this a shot and see if we can do it. Let's flip that over, dropping the radiator and that over there. Looks like this is going to clip into there. Hey, look at that. I actually did something right. The mounts for the rear end actually fit and work. Oh my goodness, guys. Are you flipping kidding me? They actually work. Well, I'll be a dipped in molasses. Now, take that, put that there. I have this, which is going to go into the C number 18, which is this one. And if it's this way, this way, that means that goes there. Perfect. Yep, that goes there. Okay, let me clean that up. Ouch. All right, y'all quit being sloppy on my live here. That's okay. I love y'all too. All right, here we go. Now, again, there is 2 holes that I'm going to assume right this moment, but I probably shouldn't assume, but I'm going to, because there are 2 holes that should coincide with the top of this, correct? So there's 2 holes right there. There's 2 little holes. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. There's 2 little holes right there. That's where the bottom bracket of that goes, top bracket of that goes. And it should go right inside them 2 holes there. And that's where you mount your airbags to. I see. All right, why are they not going in? What did I do wrong? Ah! Hey, that's okay, brother. I got it. It's cool. All right, I'm gonna have to open these up because it's not going in. All right, so it's these 2. Let me make sure which one it is. You know, and it really, believe it or not, it doesn't show. No, it does show that this goes in here on this. So this one would go here. Right, and that one would go there. That gets hooked up there, and then these should go to the side. Okay, so we got it now. I got it. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put these on, and then I'll worry about putting it onto the. I'll put it onto the truck itself in a second. Okay. Okay. Hole there. There we go. Get some of that off. All right, first things first. So that goes there like that. That goes there like that. Look, I'm getting so comfortable with it. I'm only looking at the instructions once. I know that could be very, very dangerous, but so far so good. Go like this. So this goes here. Into that. And that goes down on that. Right there. There it is. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay. Now on all rights, like I said, this should be fairly easy to go ahead and mount up. Let's go ahead and mount this up. And then we'll put the shocks on. So let's see where this is going to go. This actually should do exactly what I said before I drill the holes. I don't want to make sure which ones though, because I want everything to line up. So that's going to snap into there. All right, so I'm snapping the ring. There. Snapping the ring into the top of the pumpkin, and then I'm bringing it down and around and making sure that my airbags go over the edges. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm looking at it right before I final glue it into these holes. And which holes am I going to do to open up? Okay, I got it. All right, so it's these 2 holes here. I'm just going to open them up so that the pins sit down in it right. That should do it. Next, we'll be doing the interior, or not the interior, the front end, I think. It's either the front end or the tires, I forget which. They're expecting me to have the engine in this by now, but I won't because I still have to paint it. Clean it up. I'll go back behind myself and make sure there's no blue marks that I'm showing that's going to show, and I'll sand them off. Okay, let's see if it now goes into place. I'm going to put glue on it in case it doesn't. I'll just leave it in. Okay. But just so you know, it does look like the shocks will go in a different in another one. So this one should go there. Because otherwise it won't fit. So I'm going to do that too. The edge right there too. A little bit. And I want to do a little bit of dab right there. All right, that's a little too much. I got to get some of that off. So anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? Mama went to a party. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be taking care of Mama. Hopefully she makes it through the night. Last year, she had a really good time. That's all that counts. That's all I told her. I just told her I just wanted to have a good time. Just be careful and have a good time. That's all I care about. My son, luckily my oldest, or my middle son rather, went to the party with her, and he will be coming home before her, so I will be going to get her. And that won't be till late because they're supposed to be doing a show, I think it is, drinks, dancing, I think is what they got planned. Now, for some reason, that does not want to go into this hole still. Maybe I don't have them big enough. I'm trying to see if I'm missing something. Let's try to clean these up a little bit, maybe. All right, I want to bring it open a little bit more than that. So let's see, that's not the one that I want. That's not the one I want. I think that's the one that I want. I think this is it. Yeah, this is the one I wanted. All right. Little dab here. Little dab here. All right. All right, so again, we're going to snap that into place. Bring this up and over, and there we go. Now it went right into the place. There we go. Come on, right where you're supposed to. There you go. It dropped right into place. Okay, there you go. There's the rear end perfectly into place. I don't know about perfectly, but it's into place. And snapped into the stabilizer. We're good to go. Oh, man. That's a bummer. I think I just did that. Oh, shoot me in the dang foot. There it is. There we go. That works. Cha-cha-cha. Let's see. Now let's drop a little bit here. Oops. Back where it goes. Get that back where it goes. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I'm doing this. All right. Dab there. Dab there. All right. Now we should be able to put this right back up into place. That goes there. That one goes there. Oops. Slide the fingers there, Joe. All right. Get down out of my headset. All right. We are back into shape. All right. Now, I think I want to, because that looks like it's a bit tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, there we go. Bring that up some. There we go. That's better. There we go. All right. That's more flat and it fits in there better. It's actually fitting on the ring better too as well. All right. Just have to pull it forward a bit. There we go. All right. So the rear end's in. I think we're going, let's see what's up next, guys. So we're right on through 21, moving right along. We still have to put the shocks on as well, though. So let's go ahead and do that as well. So let's see. Let's make sure we're all staying together the way we're supposed to. Let's sit here and hold this for a couple of seconds here. It's starting to fight me here for some reason. There we go, got it. All right, everything looks like it's where it's supposed to be. The rear end is dead center where it's supposed to be. Everything looks to be normal. Just trying to straighten everything back up a bit. Make sure it stays straight. Don't want no crooked rear axle now, do we? All right. Now that we know that that's pretty straight, check it for alignment, get it back into alignment. I think it needs to come over just a hair. Let's see, can I get a clothespin on there? Let's get a clothespin on there to hold that together. There we go. And I'll do the same thing with this one. Okay, maybe I won't. All right, so now making sure everything is straight. Now the hardest part on this thing is for you to make sure that all this is straight, because once you put all this stuff on and you glue it into place, you're screwed, dude. Especially with the way it's attaching to the chassis. Just so you know, be ready to move stuff around while it's still damp. Because once you glue it into place, you start moving stuff around, you take a big chance of popping this rear end out. All right. I'm adjusting everything as I go. I'm liking that where that's at. I'm liking that where that's going to go over there. Okay, I'm liking where that's at and that's at. Okay, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Hey, Mikey, I'm liking it. Yes, sir, I am. Liking it, liking it, liking it. I'm trying to make sure where it's going and why it's going there. And looks like we're going to fight that again. Why? Because that wants to go that way. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, cool. Dio, huh? Well, you're really getting in there, huh? Good man. I don't have room for all that. I wish I did, but I don't. I will sooner or later, though. It won't be long, and I will. Oh, that's what it was, huh? That goes squeeze. Okay, make sure that rod gets squeezed all the way down, left and right side, guys. And that pretty much squares you up. So we're squared up on the rear end now. All the airbag is on. Everything looks like it's right where it's supposed to be. Just be super careful with it so that you don't end up breaking the pins off the edge of the wheels. All right, so there we have it, guys. Rear end is in, level, square. All right. So we're moving right on to number 22. All right, guys, I think that's going to be about it. I appreciate each and every one of you coming in. Y'all have a great night. I will talk to everybody on the weekend. Again, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification if you're on YouTube. hit that bell. If you're on Facebook, make sure those notifications are on, and you'll get notified of whenever Paul does a room or I do a live stream or a room or upload unboxings. Coming soon, unboxing of the International Pro Star, my Mobius, and coming soon also is the uh, excuse me, unboxing of the steak truck, which I don't think I've done yet. I may have, but I'm not sure. All right, so I'm gonna put the shocks into place, and then we're gonna be done with this for tonight. So I hope you guys have a great day and a great evening, and I will check everybody tomorrow. Oh, I bet it is. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in, Rob, Paul, excuse me, Sarge. I'm not gonna miss anybody tonight. Steven, I appreciate you popping in as well, brother. Matt, I appreciate you pop in. Um, you all have a great night, and I am going to be out of here. Uh, I'll yell at everybody tomorrow morning. Everybody have a good night. Talk to y'all later on.